Hi guys, welcome to today's class. I hope this class finds you as well as possible. For today's class, I was completely off last week from making any classes because I came down with salmonella poisoning. And so this is actually my first class back since the salmonella poisoning incident, and I'm still feeling a little bit in the stomach. So this class we're gonna do a floor practice. This is gonna be maybe slightly longer than 20 minutes, maybe 30, 35, 40 minutes, something like that. Floor class. I don't think I'm getting off the floor today. So gentle floor class. Let's start in a child's pose. By the way, this is tiger tail. And I don't know if you can see Shanti, but Shanti's over there. So child's pose, you can take your knees wide or together. Big toes touch. Hips towards your heels and body folds forward. You can place your forehead down on the yoga mat, or if that makes you feel like claustrophobic, you can put stacked fists under your forehead or even blocks. For today's class, sorry I didn't mention it yet, but for today's class, I will be using a strap. So if you have a strap, great. If you don't have a strap, you can use a t-shirt, you can use a towel, and maybe just grab something that can be used as a strap, because I do think we're gonna go there today. So find a child's pose that works for you today. And just allow your whole body to relax. Let your hips relax. Let your shoulders relax. Let there be a little bit of pressure into your third eye. And just bring your awareness to your breath. Just notice that there's an inhale breath and notice that there's an exhale breath. Good, and then we're going to slowly come up to hands and knees into tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and just start with a little bit of cat-cow. So you can relax your belly, open your chest, look forward, maybe look a little up, take an inhale breath. Look down, pull the belly in, round the spine, exhale breath. Keep going, inhale to arch, and exhale to round. So this is a special class because tiger tail doesn't actually make that many appearances. And keep going with your breath, a couple more breaths. The last one. Good, and then we're gonna hop up into a downward facing dog, so tuck your toes. Lift your knees, lift your hips. Relax your head and neck. So move in a way that feels good in your body. You can pedal your legs, you can shake out your head. Just breathe and move in your downward facing dog. Good. And then we're going to come down and we're going to sit in a hero's pose. So for a hero's pose, you can take your knees together, a little bit of space between your heels. If you have a block, you can put a block underneath your hips. You can put 2 blocks, you can put 3 blocks, as many blocks as you need to be able to sit upright. If you don't need blocks, then you're just gonna sit in your hero pose. So always listening to your knee joints. If the knee joints are saying, you listen to that and you put spacers under your hips or you put spacers behind your knees until your knees feel okay. If you're okay here, you're just gonna breathe into wherever you feel your sensation. So fronts of the ankles, wherever, and just take a couple of breaths. Good, and if you need to come out of this at any time, just come out, sit up on blocks. If you're okay here, we're gonna grab the strap and we're gonna take the strap around behind the back and we're just gonna open the chest a little bit. So if you don't need the strap, you can just interlace your fingers back behind your back and stretch your arms back. But if your arms don't go straight, give yourself a little bit of space in between your hands. I'll turn around so you can see what I mean. So if your hands interlace, but your arms don't go straight, then you give yourself a spacer until your arms can go straight, because we want to get that shoulder loop up and back. Okay? So arms straight. And if you don't need the strap, then you just go arms straight. But find the width of the strap so that your arms can go straight. And then just breathe into the chest a little bit. Lift the chest, lift the shoulders up and back. Good, and then we're gonna come out of this hero position and we're gonna sit cross-legged. So again, you can sit on a block and we're just gonna sit cross-legged position. Good. And we're just gonna take a side body stretch. Doesn't matter which side, any side. Any side, side body stretch. Breathe into the side of the waist, from the hip through the armpit. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Wow, everybody's making an appearance today. This is Mama. Hi, honey. Couple more breaths. Her real name is Huntress. I just call her Mama. Good, and then let's switch sides. You're just gonna go up and over and lengthen out the opposite side. We usually have one side that's a little bit tighter. And especially if you've been sick or if you haven't been moving a lot for a little while, usually we feel this one a lot because it's getting hip flexors, it's getting so much. Good, a couple more breaths. Neck, you can look anywhere. You can look down, you can look up. You can play with the angle of the neck. Good, and then back to center. And then just seated, we'll do a little bit of arms up and arms down with the breath. So we're gonna circle the arms up and look up with an inhale breath. And then release the arms down, exhale breath. And let's do that out of the mouth. And then do that again. Inhale, look up, reach up. Look down, breathe out of the mouth. A couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Roll your neck a little bit. So just shoulder to shoulder. So you're going to go chin to shoulder, around the front, chin to shoulder. If you want to do more than that, you can. I don't recommend it, but just chin to shoulder, or more. You can pause it anywhere along that movement if there's a place that you want to stay, and just breathe into the neck. Good. And then a couple of shoulder rolls. We'll go shoulder rolls back. Shoulder rolls forward. Good. And then we're going to come back into our child's pose. So let's come back. Knees wide or knees together, whatever feels good in your body right now. Take a child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Back up to hands and knees, tabletop. Another round of cat-cow, opposite breathing this time. So opposite breathing means that we started and we arched and we inhaled last time. And this time we're starting and we're rounding and inhaling. So we're going to round the spine and inhale breath. Arch the spine, exhale breath. Good. Round the spine, inhale. Exhale, arch. Couple more. Last two. Last one. Good, and then again hopping up into a downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Pedal your legs a little bit, breathe. Good, and then coming again into that hero pose. So coming down, if you need the blocks, put the blocks. Knees are close together, heels are a little bit apart, sitting down in between the heels, and with or without your strap, just open the chest a little bit. Open the shoulders, open the chest. Good, and back into a downward facing dog. And we'll walk our feet forward towards the top of the yoga mat and take our feet nice and wide. So we're gonna go wider than the hips. Grab onto opposite elbows and just let your body hang. Any movements that feel good here. So you can sway a little bit, side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. I guess we did get off the floor. Good, couple more breaths. And back into a downward facing dog. So walking it back. Let's do a gentle flow. So forward into a plank, inhale. You can drop your knees and lower down towards the ground, exhale. Place your hands near the bottom of your rib cage and lift the chest up, shoulders back, inhale. Lower down, exhale. Do that again, chest up, shoulders back, inhale. Lower down, exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down, child's pose, knees wide, hips to heels, fold your body forward. Good, and then we're gonna stand on our knees. So standing on your knees is exactly how it sounds. You're gonna come up near the top of your yoga mat, stand on your knees. And if your knees are uncomfortable, you find something to put under your knees. So I've mentioned it before, if you have an old yoga mat, you can cut it up and you have pieces of yoga mat and you can put those under the knees. You can put towels, you can double fold the edge of your mat, just make your knees comfortable. Let's go toes tucked for this first variation, unless that hurts your knees. Sometimes tucking the toes under bothers the knees, so always trying to make the knees comfortable. Good, and then we're gonna do a little baby back bend. So we're just gonna take the hands and we're gonna place the hands, fingers pointing down, okay, just like that. If this is bothersome for your wrists, you can do knuckles or you can do hands on the hips. So the fingers are pointing down and we're right on the sacrum. So the sacrum is that flat area. It's your lower back, basically. Your fingers are kind of like in the tops of jean pockets. Good. So you're just going to take an inhale breath, lift the chest up a little bit, and on the exhale breath, nose back along the ceiling, head back, shoulders back. And you're listening to your lower back. So the moment that you feel any pinching in your lower back, come up again and take another inhale and try and lengthen up out of that. So more about the inhale, lengthen, less about the dumping into the lower back. So every inhale, lift the chest. And every exhale, just think about opening your chest. You can just look at the ceiling and open the chest. Good, couple more breaths. Good, and then to pause, we're just gonna sit to the heels. If this bothers your knees, if this bothers you to sit like this, sit on a block or sit to the side. And breathe. Back bends come in threes. So we're gonna do that 2 more times. So up, stand on the knees. You can tuck or untuck the toes, however you like. Fingers point down. Fingers are in the tops of jean pockets. You're gonna lift the chest with an inhale breath and look up at the ceiling. And that can be far enough. You can be like, you know what? That's enough for me. I feel enough right here. You can, again, inhale, lift the chest, look at the ceiling. And if you want to go a little bit further, maybe your fingertips can touch your heels. So listen to your body. If your body's ready for that today, you can go there. And you can also drop your head back. Your shoulder blades are squeezing together to help support your neck. If your shoulder blades are not squeezing together, don't drop your head back. Couple more breaths. Good, hands to the lower back. Inhale up, and we're just gonna sit to the heels. Again, if it bothers you to sit to your heels, sit on a block, sit to the side, couple breaths. Good, one more, last one. So coming up, stand on your knees, tuck or untuck your toes. Fingers point down, fingers in the tops of jean pockets. Inhale to lift the chest and look up. And exhale, take your nose a little bit more back along the ceiling. Maybe reach for your heels. Maybe untuck your toes and breathe. Make sure you are supporting your neck with the squeeze of the shoulder blades. Good, hands to the lower back. Inhale up. And we sit to our heels, or we sit to a block, or we sit to the side. Good, just breathe. Downward facing dog. Place your hands, stretch it back, and really gently here. Think about having a really heavy skull. So we want to create lots of lengthening through the spine. And just breathe. Good, and then we're gonna come into a pigeon pose. So pigeon with our right knee forward. So right knee over towards your right wrist. So right knee to the right edge of the yoga mat. Close that knee joint, stretch your hips back. We don't wanna feel any pain in the right knee joint. If you feel pain, come up, come higher. Put a spacer behind your knee. I don't think I've ever shown the spacer behind the knee. I have a towel today, and I can show it. So if you roll up a towel, you can roll it up a little bit, or you can roll it up a lot. You could fold it in half. Just really depends. You have to kind of figure out, what your knee wants, if anything. If you have a sore knee, you take that rolled up towel and you place it right in the back of the knee. You want to get it like as much in the knee, and then you close the knee joint. And then you do your pigeon with the spacer. So this one's a little bit too thick for me, so I'm gonna unroll it a little bit. And I'm just gonna use that smaller roll in the back of the knee. Yeah, that one's perfect for me. I don't have knee pain right now, so I don't need it, but I do know what it's like. So yeah, spacer behind the knee if your knee is bothering you, and then come on down into your pigeon pose. So pigeon pose, breathe. Notice the sensation in the glute, in the hip. Notice all sensation. Breathe into it. Good, and then we're just gonna switch sides. I'll go through down dog to switch sides. You can also just switch sides if you don't want to do downward facing dog. So just breathe. And other side. So same thing. Make your knee comfortable. Fold your body forward and breathe into sensation. So pigeon is one of those poses, it's very easy to get lost in thought. I mean, any moment of the day is very easy to get lost in thought. Any moment of your yoga practice, it's very easy to get lost in thought. Our yoga practice, they say, is a breathing practice, first and foremost. We want to try as best as we can to notice the breath over and over again. So we notice the body, we notice the breath, we get lost in thought, we come back. We start making lists in our head, we start thinking about past or future. Come back to the breath. Use your ujjayi breath, listen to the sound of your ujjayi breath. Get lost in your breath. Downward facing dog. Child's pose. Good, so we're gonna come to lay on our back. This is what the towel is for. I like it when I'm laying on my back. I like the towel underneath. But yeah, just listen to whatever you want to do there. And down onto your back, you can hug your knees into your chest. So both knees up and into your chest, gently hugging them in. And if you'd like to rock a little bit, you can rock a little bit side to side. If you'd like to make some circles with your knees, one direction, circles with your knees, other direction, just breathe. Good, and then we're gonna keep the right knee in towards the body, and we're just gonna extend the left leg long. So right knee stays in, left leg goes out. Left leg goes all the way down to the yoga mat. You can put your heel down on the floor. Fingers interlace just above, or below rather, the right knee cap, and you're pulling your right knee in the direction of your right armpit. Good, breathe. Make some circles with your ankle if that feels good. Just keep pulling the knee down towards the armpit, getting a nice compression down on the right side of the belly, into the hip joint. Good, and let's release that and let's do the other side. So you're gonna pull the left knee in, pull the left knee in the direction of the left armpit, and just breathe there. Good, both legs out for a moment, just rest. 2 breaths, both legs out. And then both knees into the chest again. Hug the knees into the chest. You can just squeeze. Might feel good to lift your head and neck. And release. And then we're gonna take the right ankle on top of the left thigh for a figure 4. I'm gonna turn in case you need a visual. So right ankle on top of left thigh. Right arm through the middle. You can hold behind your left knee or in front of your left knee, whatever you like. This right foot, super active. So toes are pulling back towards your right knee to protect the right knee, and then legs a little bit in towards your chest. So always no pinching in the right knee. No pinching in the knees allowed. You want the sensation to be right glute, right outer thigh, right inner thigh maybe, but no pinching. Good, and then just breathe. Okay, let's switch sides. You're just gonna go opposite leg on the top. Active foot, so left foot, active. And grab on and pull the legs towards the chest. Good, and then extend both legs. So you're gonna release And just extend both legs long for a moment. Take a breath or two. Both knees into your chest. Rock or hug or lift your head, neck, and shoulders, whatever feels good. And then grab your strap or your towel, your t-shirt, whatever you have. You could also do it just with your fingers, but that will be the hardest variation. So we're gonna take our right leg and extend it towards the sky. Your left leg, I'd like it long, and I can't do that right now, but your left leg just long, heel on the ground. You're flexing your right foot towards you, but your right leg should be straight, and usually that means move it away from you a little bit. We usually get a little bit kind of like, wanting to do more than we need to at the beginning, and we pull and the knee is bent. So move the leg away from you until the leg is totally straight. You don't really feel too much of a stretch. Flex your toes towards your knee. And then just think about the leg getting shorter. Think about the femur bone going into the hip socket, and just kind of hang out there for a couple breaths. Good. Squeeze the muscles in your right leg, and now start to pull a little bit towards your face. You don't have to move a lot to get a little bit of a stretch up the back of the leg. Breathe. Good. Now we're going to open up the leg to the right. So we're going to take the right leg over to the right. Good. And the left arm can kind of counterbalance over the left. Ideally, your left leg is straight. I'm just going to turn. So right leg, right, left leg down on the yoga mat. And again, you don't need to have a strap. You could be holding your toes, just depending what feels best in the body today. Good, a couple more breaths. Good, let's bring the leg back center. And you're gonna switch hands on the strap. So we were holding the strap with the right hand. This is right leg, right hand. And we're gonna switch and hold the straps with the left hand and take the leg across the body over to the left side. I have a very handy wall here. I can just put my foot on the wall. You want to have your leg probably not touching the ground. So we don't want to take the leg all the way to the ground and then lift the hip and torque the lower back. No, the leg at this angle is really good. So this kind of 45-degree angle right here is really nice. We do want, the hip's gonna lift a little bit, your right hip's gonna lift a little bit, but we don't want this crazy buttocks in the air thing happening. So go to about 45 degrees. Some people, if you're hyper flexible, maybe go a little bit lower than that. You want to be feeling this in the side of your leg, in your IT band. Again, think about making your leg shorter, thinking about moving your femur bone into your hip socket. So you can pull with the straps, and you can just pull your leg in the direction of the hip socket. Good. Couple more breaths. You can pull your leg a little bit closer to your shoulders at the same time towards your hip socket. Good. Last couple breaths. Wonderful. Back to center. Release the strap, release the leg long, all the way down. Rest with your legs extended. 2 breaths. Knees into your chest. Grab onto your knees, hug them into your chest, rock a little bit, make some circles, maybe lift your head, neck, and shoulders, whatever feels good. strap, and we'll do the left side. Hugging your left knee into your chest, put the strap just below the toes. Extend the leg. You can start with this right leg bent. Okay. Remember, at first, move the leg away from you a little bit and just find a comfortable leg. Good. Nothing crazy right at the beginning. Find a straight leg and breathe. Toes towards the knee, breathe. Start to make the leg shorter, so start to pull the thigh bone down. We just want to ground into the hip socket. Okay? And you can make your bottom leg straight here. Good, now start to pull a little bit, just a little bit towards your chest till you feel a stretch. Hold the straps, the left hand close to the toes. Take your leg to the left. Left leg goes left. Good. It doesn't have to come down to the ground. It comes down to the angle that works for your body today. And we have a little rotation happening in our leg. So it's left leg. We're doing our left leg right now. Your left baby toe is coming to the earth faster than your heel, if that makes sense. So the baby toe down, the heel up. Good, a couple more breaths. Good, leg back to center. Switch hands on the straps. Now your right hand's gonna grab the straps and you're gonna take your leg across your body. Again, I have this very handy wall. If you have a wall, you can put your foot on the wall. If you don't have a wall, if you have a person can hold and kind of be like a little support there. We don't need the leg to go to the ground. We don't want the leg to go to the ground. If your leg's on the ground, your hips up in the air, you're hurting your lower back, don't do it. Good, so your leg's about this 45-degree angle, maybe a little bit lower, maybe a lot higher, depending on what's going on in that left IT band. So you're gonna squeeze the leg muscle, you're gonna squeeze the quads on your left leg, you're gonna breathe. You're gonna think about your leg getting shorter, so think about pulling on the strap, leg towards your hip socket. And as you make your leg a little bit shorter, pull in the direction, really small movements, tiny movements in the direction of your right shoulder. And breathe. So my foot's not even on the wall right now, it's just hovering. But this is the perfect angle for me right now. And so just find that perfect angle where you're grounding into hip socket, your legs squeezing, and you're pulling towards, I know it's a lot, towards your shoulders. Good. And if it's too much information, just take your leg across your body and ignore me. Good, last couple breaths. Shanti. Good, leg comes back up. Take the leg long down onto the yoga mat. Rest with the legs long for a moment. 2 breaths. That feels so good. Knees into your chest. Hug your knees in. Rock a little bit. Breathe. Place your feet down on the yoga mat. Place your feet wider than your hips. Have a natural arch in your spine. So we all have a different natural arch. And yours might be small. Some people have a really quite pronounced one. Put your natural arch back into your lower back and then let your knees drop side to side. So the feet stay where they are, the knees just go side to side with your breath. Good. One more time, knees into your chest. If you feel, or if your body feels like it's missing anything before final Savasana, you can take a moment and do any last movements that your body might be asking for. I'm going to take final Savasana with you guys today, so I'm just going to go turn off the light and grab an eye pillow. If you have an eye mask or an eye pillow, they're really, really nice for your final Savasana. I don't know how dark that's going to look on camera, but here we are. Good, so grabbing your eye mask if you can find it. And coming down into final Shavasana. So in final Shavasana, you might like to lift the outer hip up and out a little bit to help relax your lower back. If your lower back is not feeling great, you can bend your knees. You can place your knees together. You really can take any position that feels right in your body. You don't have to lay flat on your back. Okay? If your low back's okay, extend your legs. Roll your shoulder blades under a little bit so the chest is open. Good. Palms face open towards the sky. You can take a couple of deeper breaths. Notice if there's anywhere in your body that's still holding on. Shanti, relax. And notice if your tongue is pressing up to the roof of your mouth, or if your teeth are clenched, or if the muscles in your face are clenched. Just notice your body. Notice and breathe, and release anything that's still holding. So separate your teeth a little bit, release your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Let your breath relax. Let your breath be totally free, totally easy. Notice if there's any tension in your neck. Either your neck is trying to lift your head or press your head into the yoga mat, and see if you can just relax the back of your skull, relax your neck muscles, and just kind of let the skull sink a little bit. Okay, let your fingers gently curl. Let your toes and your ankles relax. We're no longer manipulating the breath, so we're no longer doing any ujjayi breathing. You're just letting your breath be, but let it be free. Relax your body so that your breath can go wherever it wants, so that your energy can go where it's needed. Keep noticing, is there anywhere else that I can relax a little bit more? Relax all the muscles and the skin on your face. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Relax your chest, relax your hips, relax your belly. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, relax. Please stay longer in your final Savasana. Namaste.